Morning sunlight filled the quiet kitchen until a strange notification appeared on the laptop. The social media feed displayed unfamiliar posts, and the profile picture bore a peculiar ghost stain. A bright red warning banner suddenly blocked access, demanding immediate action to verify identity. The urgent message pushed to click a recovery link right away, but the retired teacher remembered her safety training. She pulled her hand back from the trackpad, closed the lid, and took a deep breath. With the screen dark, she faced a critical choice that would determine the safety of her digital life.
Morning sunlight filled the quiet Baltimore kitchen, warming the wooden table where 71-year-old Taylor sat comfortably sipping warm coffee. The house was perfectly peaceful for a retired teacher living on a fixed income, a life she had carefully built over decades of hard work. Her pension depended on keeping her accounts secure, and this strange stain threatened everything she had worked for. She opened her silver laptop to check a few family messages. The screen glowed brightly against the dim corners of the room. Suddenly, the social media feed displayed completely unfamiliar posts. Taylor frowned deeply. She did not write those strange words. She clicked on the profile picture to investigate. The image was entirely wrong. A strange, pale ghost stain covered the face in the photo, distorting her features into an unrecognizable mask. It was the exact visual clue her grandchild had warned her about just last week. Before she could process the sudden change, a bright red warning banner flashed across the top of the screen. The bold text demanded immediate action to verify her identity. It told her to click a recovery link right now to save the account. The urgency in the message felt incredibly heavy and pressing. Taylor felt a sudden chill run down her arms. Her heart beat much faster. The red light reflected on her face, casting long shadows in the sunlit room. She reached for the trackpad. Her finger hovered over the glowing link. The screen flashed again, pushing her to hurry. Then she stopped completely. She remembered the safety rules. Strangers always demand immediate clicks. She pulled her hand back from the cold laptop edge. She whispered to the empty room that this was not her page. They wanted her to rush, but she would not rush. She needed to find the real help number herself. Taylor took a deep breath to steady her racing heart. She closed the laptop lid firmly. The red warning light vanished instantly. The kitchen returned to its quiet morning state. The wooden floorboards creaked softly under her slippers as she walked away from the table, leaving the silver machine behind. She needed a moment to let the adrenaline fade from her system. She sat in the silence, listening to the distant birds outside the window. The digital trap was shut, but the real battle was just beginning. She had to find a safe way to reclaim her identity without falling for the next trick.
Taylor left the bright kitchen and walked down the narrow hallway. The home office felt heavy and dim. The heavy oak door clicked shut behind her, sealing out the morning light. She preferred the quiet darkness of this room for serious work. The familiar scent of old books and polished wood grounded her thoughts. Dust motes danced in the single beam of her brass desk lamp. On the desk, her closed silver laptop emitted a faint, persistent notification chime. The sound demanded her immediate attention. It tried to pull her back into the digital trap. Taylor ignored the noise completely. She opened the top drawer of her wooden desk. Her fingers brushed past old pens until they found a recent paper statement. The thick, printed paper felt real and grounding. The crisp edges of the bill reminded her of the tangible world, a stark contrast to the invisible threats lurking in the cloud. The physical weight of the document anchored her to reality. It replaced her rising digital panic with deliberate, safe action. She smoothed the document flat on the dark leather blotter. Taylor traced the printed logo on the paper bill with her thumb. She muttered softly that there would be no more clicking their traps. Her voice was steady in the quiet room. She opened the laptop just enough to wake the screen, keeping the browser window clear of the previous alerts. She did not touch the trackpad where the red banner had been. Instead, she placed her hands on the keyboard. She adjusted her reading glasses, leaning closer to the monitor to ensure every letter of the web address was correct. She carefully typed the official support website address manually, letter by letter. She took her time, refusing to let the machine dictate her pace. She avoided the email links entirely. The page loaded slowly, showing a plain, secure login portal. She navigated to the account recovery section. The screen refreshed and displayed a password reset email screenshot from the system. Taylor squinted at the manual web address and the image on the screen. There it was again. The same pale ghost stain covered the face in the fake profile picture on the recovery email screenshot. It was a silent witness to the breach. The visual clue proved the violation was deeper than a simple glitch. Someone had intentionally altered her digital identity. Taylor took a slow, deep breath. She transitioned from a startled victim to a deliberate investigator. She trusted the physical paper and the official page over the flashing digital urgency. She whispered that she would see what the real page said. The laptop chime finally stopped, leaving only the quiet hum of the desk lamp. She was ready to prove her identity to the real support team.
The dim home office felt very still, the air thick with the quiet hum of the brass desk lamp. Taylor sat rigidly in her wooden chair, her hands resting flat on the dark leather blotter. The warm glow of the lamp illuminated the deep lines on her face, highlighting the careful focus in her eyes. Suddenly, her cell phone buzzed loudly against the hard wood of the desk. The sharp vibration rattled a ceramic coffee mug nearby. The screen lit up with a cascade of worried messages from her friends and former colleagues. They were asking about the strange, fake posts on her page, sharing links to the bizarre images. The social pressure felt heavy and sharp, pressing against her chest. Her heart gave a quick, nervous flutter, a physical reminder of the vulnerability she faced. She stared at the glowing screen, watching the notifications pile up, one after another. Then a new email popped up on her laptop screen with a loud, cheerful chime. The subject line promised a quick fix, using bright, urgent fonts. It offered a special link to bypass the official support wait, claiming her account would be restored in seconds. The bright blue text demanded she click it right now to avoid permanent deletion. Taylor felt a strong, sudden urge to just click it. It would make the buzzing phone stop. It would make the overwhelming pressure go away. Her hand moved slowly toward the mouse, her fingers trembling slightly. But she stopped completely. She took a slow, deep breath, filling her lungs with the cool, dusty air of the office. She leaned closer to the monitor and looked carefully at the email header. There it was again, the same pale ghost stain hid in the background of the sender's logo, a subtle distortion in the digital ink. It was the final silent witness to the trap, a hidden signature of the hijacker. Taylor pulled her hand back from the mouse and rested it in her lap. She closed the email window completely, plunging that side of the screen into darkness. She picked up her cell phone, ignoring the flashing messages, and dialed her neighbor, Luke. He lived just 2 houses down, a retired carpenter who always kept his word. 10 minutes later, the heavy front door clicked open downstairs. Slow, measured footsteps echoed on the hardwood floor. Luke walked into the dim office, his tall frame filling the doorway. He did not say much. He just pulled up a sturdy wooden chair and sat quietly beside her, his worn work boots resting flat on the floor. His calm, physical presence filled the room, grounding her racing thoughts. The heavy anxiety began to fade, replaced by a quiet sense of solidarity. Taylor turned her buzzing phone face down on the desk, silencing the digital noise. "I almost clicked the fast link," she said softly, her voice barely carrying over the hum of the lamp. "I am glad you are here." Luke nodded slowly, his weathered face showing deep understanding. "We will wait for the real number to call," he said. His voice was steady and grounded, a solid anchor in the shifting digital storm. They sat together in the quiet room, watching the dust motes ants in the lamplight. The laptop screen remained dark. The phone stayed silent. They were ready for the official support callback, holding their ground in the quiet house. The heavy silence in the dim office suddenly broke with a sharp, mechanical ring. The black desk phone vibrated against the dark leather blotter, the sound echoing off the bookshelves. Taylor looked across the desk at Luke. He gave a slow, reassuring nod, his calm presence anchoring her in the moment. Taylor reached out and lifted the heavy receiver, the coiled cord stretching taut. "Hello," she said, her voice steady and clear, betraying none of her earlier fear. "This is Taylor." "Good morning, Taylor. This is the official support team," a calm, professional voice replied through the speaker. "We are calling regarding your locked profile and the recent unauthorized changes." Taylor kept her breathing slow and measured, her eyes fixed on the paper statement resting on the blotter. She did not rush her words, letting each syllable land with deliberate weight. "I am ready to verify," she said. The agent asked for her full legal name and the exact date of birth listed on her original file. Taylor looked down at the thick paper statement, tracing the printed logo one last time with her thumb. The physical document felt like a shield against the invisible threats. "Yes, that is my correct date of birth," she answered clearly, without hesitation. The agent typed quietly on the other end, the faint clicking sound echoing through the phone line like a metronome. "Thank you. We have successfully verified your identity," the agent confirmed, the words bringing a sudden shift in the room's atmosphere. "The unauthorized user is now completely locked out of your profile." Taylor felt a small wave of relief wash over her, but she kept her mental guard firmly up, refusing to let her guard down completely. "Your account is now fully secured," the agent continued. "I am sending the official password reset link directly to your verified personal email address. Please remember to only use this official link and ignore any other messages." "Thank you for your help," Taylor said politely, her tone respectful but firm. She placed the receiver back on the cradle with a soft, definitive click. The sound echoed in the quiet room, signaling the end of the confrontation. Luke smiled faintly from his chair, the tension finally leaving his shoulders. "You handled that perfectly," he whispered, his voice full of genuine respect. Taylor nodded, but her eyes remained fixed on the closed silver laptop. The phone call was over, but the digital door was not fully checked. She needed to see the final confirmation page herself to be absolutely sure. She reached for the laptop lid, her fingers brushing the cool metal edge. The hijacker was locked out, but the screen still held secrets. She lifted the lid just an inch, watching the dark screen slowly wake up, waiting to see if the final ghost stain would appear on the official confirmation page.
Taylor opens her verified personal email inbox. The official message from the support team waits at the top. She carefully clicks the secure reset link. A plain page loads, asking her to create a new password. She types a strong, unique phrase, her fingers moving steadily over the keys. She presses enter to submit the new credentials. The screen refreshes slowly. The official confirmation page finally appears. For a brief second, the familiar pale ghost stain lingers in the background of the old profile image. Then, right before her eyes, it fades completely away. The screen now displays a clean, secure profile picture. The digital violation is truly gone. Taylor lets out a long, slow breath. The heavy tension that had gripped her shoulders all morning finally melts away. She reaches out and gently touches the cool glass of the screen. "It is gone," she says softly to the quiet room. The morning sunlight finally breaks through the office blinds, casting a warm, golden glow across the dark wooden desk. She turns her chair to look at Luke. He is still sitting calmly in his sturdy chair, a grounding presence in the room. She smiles at him, feeling a renewed sense of independence. "I kept my boundaries," she says. Luke nods slowly, his expression warm. "That was perfect," he replies. She closes the silver laptop lid with a soft, definitive click. The screen goes dark, but the peace in the room remains bright and solid. She stands up from her wooden chair, leaving the quiet office behind. She walks down the narrow hallway, back toward the sunlit kitchen. The familiar scent of roasted coffee beans fills the air, a comforting reminder of her ordinary life. She picks up her favorite ceramic mug from the drying rack, running her thumb over the smooth, painted rim. She pours the last of the warm brew, listening to the gentle liquid sound against the porcelain. The house settles around her with a quiet creak of the floorboards. The digital storm has passed, leaving her home exactly as she left it, safe and entirely her own.